Germany is going to turn asylum seekers into truck drivers. Yes, you heard that right, because the brilliant mastermind bureaucrats of Germany have figured out that they can solve two problems in one go. First problem, unemployed migrants. Second problem, a shortage of truck drivers. Now, not everybody is as happy about this as one president of a federal association of the professional motor vehicle associations, Wolfgang Westermann, says you cannot put everyone on a 40-ton and let them go with it. And having driven internationally, being a truck driver internationally, and driven some of these 18 wheelers across Europe, I concur. He's right. You can't do that. So let's overlook the fact that that 18 wheelers have been, or big trucks have been, a weapon of choice for radical jihadis. Actually, no. Let's not overlook that fact, because it is a fact. And while not everyone who's going to be going through this program obviously is going to be a radical or want to use that skill malevolently, and quite frankly, if they would, they probably would just try and get their hands on a vehicle with or without a license. Although, be it, gotta say, easier to get your hands on a vehicle if you're actually licensed to drive it. Unless, of course, you go out and steal one. So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of little issues here. And this, back when I was driving in Europe in about 2010, it was already pretty crazy. There was a lot of violations of this insane working hour regulation. Yeah, you were only allowed to drive 9 hours a day. So already, if we were all complying, that would have already created a massive shortage of drivers. So, needless to say, there was already quite a bit of various different ways in which that system could be manipulated and bypassed that some people are practicing, and it's insanely difficult and expensive to try and police that regulatory framework, as with most regulatory frameworks. And then, of course, yeah, you have a lot of drivers coming in from Eastern Europe, which has been a source for drivers for Western Europe and Northern Europe as well for quite a while. But I guess they're still always running out, which is weird because I would have thought with the economy not really moving all that well that this shouldn't be that much of a surge in transportation. Now, I might be wrong, or maybe people just in growing numbers don't become drivers. I mean, in various places in Europe, people don't even drive personal vehicles anymore, just use public transit. So it might be sort of falling out of grace, upon which, of course, a lot of people with their beautiful little university degrees, just picking up another degree and constantly going back to school. Of course, they're way too good for this stuff. They're not gonna do some shitty ass work like driving a truck. At any rate, yeah, this is a whole bunch of crazy and a whole bunch of weird. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. Now, obviously, for any of these guys who actually just really genuinely want to build themselves a life and live a peaceful and happy future, gonna be happy that they get a shot at something. But there, we got to stick with realism on this one. There are a whole bunch of risks here, and there's bound to be something that's gonna fall through the net. That's gonna come back to bite them. But of course, they're never gonna admit that. At any rate, that's it for now. I'm sharing a link to where I read this description below. Biking out.